Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Marcus Cage, and I am the host of Hebrew Apologetics with Marcus Cage. Sorry for the delay and all the mixed ups. Had some problems with my password. I just recently got a new phone, so had to set up a new site. But this is the same channel, same content. Well, it will be the same format as what I was discussing in the other three videos, which you'll see down in the playlist. If you are not familiar with what I'm talking about and why I'm doing this channel, I guess this third part, instead of just going around and around in circles, I will say some of the things which I plan on showing, and some things which I feel we all need to understand to get a better understanding on the Bible and unlearn some of the things which we perceive incorrectly. One of the first things that I will advise is that we have to put everything in context. And when we're talking context, I'm not even talking about just the scriptures. I'm talking about if we're reading it in a book which was written and it's translated into English, but that English is Old English. We need to understand, the etymology of some of those words in there. We need to understand how they were used in that time period. And we need to understand that though they can have similar meanings to things today, it's not going to be a concrete on certain things, and there might be some extra definitions to things which which you might have drawn other conclusions to things in the Bible because of how you perceived one or two words here and there. Um, but we will go into that. I know in between these couple of videos, I have a couple of people who've reached out and they've disputed this or I want to debate you against this and that. What I want to tell to some of those people is um, every single one of the videos which I put up, understand that a great amount of research has went in to every one of those videos and researching for that content. And especially with how YouTube is with algorithms and Google is with Google searches, um, it's hard sometimes to even figure out which books I need to find to read. So you have to take all that into consideration when you think about the process that goes into making any kind of content just in general. Most people are not just hopping on here and just throwing crap out of their ass. Well, a lot of people on here are, but myself personally, I'm not gonna put my neck out there on something I'm not certain on, or that, at least sincerely in my heart, is what I believe to be accurate. Whereas I see a lot of people throwing a lot of harebrained ideas out there on various topics, not only speaking of religion. Um, but this very next video, which I want to have, which I'm going to show, it's kind of an extension of some of those clips which I shared in the last video. This video is shared from a channel that I have a lot of respect for, that I definitely am a big time subscriber to, that I listen to a lot of his content. Doesn't mean I agree with all of it. There's some differences we have with the way we understand scripture in some areas, or not even understand scripture. It's just certain things which maybe he reads, which I don't read or ascribe to. But nonetheless, this the content that I'm going to show for you is the most important part that I want to show for you. So um, hopefully you will catch that video, still hold and wait, because I have more videos to kind of explain all of these things, and it's going to be each video is leading and building to getting to more of a concrete a concrete foundation. Once we have that concrete foundation where we understand some things about history which we didn't understand, where we understand migration patterns, some things like that, then I'll start getting more into certain things to be able to establish certain points that I want to make. But I figured I come from a academia background, and so it's different than a lot of Hebrew Israelites. Most of the ones, especially that I even learned from, many of them are, almost like wizards, in understanding the Bible and breaking down the Bible. And I've always been the type of person where I've been that kind of way in history, and so now that I've finally got to the point where I've had people teach me and show me certain things in the Bible that I know about, that I understand very clearly and thoroughly throughout secular history. Hopefully, I'm able to uh, marry those things together and be able to give edifying content. My goal, first and foremost, always is to be a humble servant of the Most High. You know, everything that I do, Yahweh is deeply, deeply in my heart and on my mind. And my goal in doing any of this content is that if I can reach out and educate some of you and just wake you up to this, because this can be the greatest news ever for some people, and honestly, for some people, it can be the worst news ever. But it's all a matter of your belief system. So I will leave it at that, and then yeah, we'll do this video, and then make sure to watch out for the Deuteronomy 28 video. I'm gonna go into a thorough breakdown on that. That's kind of a bread and butter for most Hebrew Israelites, so I'm gonna go through it in my own different way of doing it. I've seen people go to certain scriptures a certain way. I'm gonna kind of go in a different way. Um, I haven't seen very many people even look at just reading some of because it doesn't matter when it comes to the curses. The curses are the curses. So you can read them you can read, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can read it whichever way you want to read it. Um, to my memory, I think it's roughly like 50 to 55 actual curses versus the 10 to 15 blessings. And we will get into that. And the reason why that is important to get into, and the reason why Hebrew Israelites always go to Deuteronomy 28, and why it's important for understanding a bunch of things, because one of the particular verses in there says that these curses will be on the Israelites forever for a sign. And so whoever these people are who are experiencing these things, these are the people who fit biblically who the Bible would say who the Israelites are. And so we're going to go into that. I'm going to lay it out the best I can, try to lay out the best case, and I'm going to leave it for you out there in the audience. Hopefully, I'm getting people who are not as familiar with Hebrew Israelites, or even people who have always taken a skeptical eye to the Bible and are just willing to listen. This message is tailor-made for you. I know some people, if the speech is a little rude, or some people are yelling a little too loud, like some of the brews do, that can be hard for them to hear through that. And so I'm going to always try to speak to you all with a calm, peaceful tone. For the most part, I am pretty calm. I can get fiery just like anybody else. But I know that in this day and age, so many people are so fragile. And yes, that is a soft diss to you people who I have to even say that to or talk to in this way. But I understand. We got to soften it down. We got to make it nice and, nice and sweet for you. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of sugar with the medicine. So that said, hopefully you all tune in, subscribe, share, and get your please, 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 at least get one or two people who have questions about the Bible. If they have questions about the Bible and they want to ask somebody and they felt uncomfortable about asking, if I have answers that I can give you, I'm going to do my best. If I don't have the answers, I will tell you in a heartbeat. I do not have the answers. But for any question that you have, I guarantee you, I know who I can refer you to, who is a little bit more scholarly on those points.